What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. I wanted to talk about 2 money habits that hurts people and how you can overcome that. And I wanted to start off this video to talk about money habits, and I wanted to kind of relate it to sports. On one side, I have one athlete who is very talented but doesn't have the necessary skills or the work ethic in order to get better. You know how you see those people, those athletes sometimes who's drafted #1 overall or #2 or a top 10 pick, and then they don't pan out well. They have the necessary, physical talent, but not the work ethic in order to get better. And then you have the person on the other side who maybe was drafted low, and then at the same time they didn't have the necessary physical talent, the physical attributes like the people who were drafted in the top 10, but at the same time they had the work ethic in order to get better. And when I think about that case, of a person who didn't have the necessary physical talent, I think about Tom Brady, how he was able to work at it to get better. And I think about that with money because it doesn't take a whole lot of brains or just super talent in order to be good with money, but it takes work ethic, it takes getting better, it takes wanting to get better, wanting to be the best you can be, and wanting to maximize what you have, and that's how you get better with money. And I think that's that behavior of not wanting to get better and not working at it is what hurts people, because you look at it like, hey, I'm in this situation, I can just kind of just wing it and not work at it. But you have to work at it. You have to have a plan. You have to have a budget. You have to tell your money what to do. And that's what hurts people. And I think that's what causes people to be in that financial situation or a financial situation of strain, is that they're not working at it. They're not trying to get better. They're not trying to have a plan, and they're not trying to maximize what they have. And I wanted to talk about the two things that hurts people as far as with their money that we have to fix and we have to stop. And the first thing is not planning for big purchases, So when I think about big purchases, I think about 2 things that come to mind is a car and also a house. You have to be able to plan for those purchases, because those type of purchases can really hurt you and put you in a financial strain if you don't plan for the purchases and if you are not ready for those purchases. So think about a house. We'll just talk about a house. A house, you have to plan for that purchase, because when you buy a house, and I bought a house before and I have a house now, you have to plan for that, because when you don't plan for it, things happen. Your HVAC can go out, this can go out, that can go out. And then also what hurts people is the actual mortgage note. I've seen so many countless stories of people not being able to afford their mortgage because it goes up over time, or they buy the mortgage, or they buy the house, but they buy too much house. And so you kind of put yourself in a strain from the start. So it's very important to not just freestyle with those type of purchases, but actually have a plan. A lot of ratios state that you should spend no more than 25% of your income towards your mortgage payment. And a lot of times what strains a person is if they're spending like 50% of their income towards their mortgage. And that can cause you to be house poor. So you have to plan for those purchases. Also, buying too much car. You buying a car, and these car notes nowadays are just crazy. Spending over $1,000 for a car note. If you can't afford it, if you know that this car note is taking too much of your money, don't do it. Put yourself in a situation to where you can afford a car payment, and then also be able to make sure that you're not car poor. So it's very important. The second thing is small purchases. Small purchases add up over time. So say, for example, you're a person who goes to Starbucks every day. you go to this restaurant every day. Those things can add up over time, because I've seen it before. I've seen my budget before, seen my account before. It's added up things throughout the whole month and say, oh man, this added up to be $300. This added up to be $200. This added up to be $400. Small purchases add up all the time. And it seems small. It seems like, man, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. But you have to make sure that you plan for the month. And it's okay to have, that disposable income to say, hey, I'm going to spend this allotted amount every month. That's fine. But a lot of people don't do that. They just kind of freestyle it and are spontaneous and just spend and don't know how this purchase or these small purchases can add up over time. So make sure that you have a budget and you plan for small purchases, and also that you make sure that you plan for those big purchases, because they can really cause financial strain and put you in a bind. So I just wanted to share it with you guys, and just wanted to talk about two things that can really cause financial strain and cause a person to be broke. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe so others can see this message. Peace.